talking about abrupt decisions, the master of abrupt decisions is our president.
Yes.
And last year, we'll never forget, Liberation Day and tariffs.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to talk about tariffs, but let's look at it for the future focus. Mm-hmm. I saw some data come out of Bloomberg just in the last couple of days that 3 out of 4 of the tariff threats did not come through. They did an accounting of all the different tariff threats. 3 out of 4 did not come through. And I think with my background in purchasing, you can look at this and you could say, well, but it's a posturing move. Okay, but so what? At the end of the day, he did get something. So it's a posturing move. And that kind of negotiation tactic can work if it's more of a one-time deal. Mm-hmm. Commercial real estate. It's a one-time deal. Right? You don't have to worry about long-term relationships, global trade, global partners. Mm-hmm. But this is a whole different ballgame. This is not a one-shot type of negotiation. This is a negotiation where trust is important, collaboration is important. And after a while, people get numb to the threats. And I sense some of that is already starting to creep in. It's like, okay, well, it's 20% or 25% on Korea. Well,
maybe
well,
it's
no,
not.
it's
Maybe
not.
we'll
Maybe
work
it's
it
not.
out.
Maybe
Yeah.
it's 5. Maybe it's 5. But people get tired. You know, there's a certain level of fatigue that creeps in. And I think the most important thing is that once you have a deal, we had a deal with Europe, mm-hmm. and then all of a sudden something's happened, and it's the deal, the construct of the deal is now changed. Mm-hmm. Trust is a huge issue. One side of that is, and I want to be very balanced in these comments, and that is, yes, but he did achieve something. But the other side to that is, yes, but we're also destroying relationships. How do you see tariffs in the future?
I mean, I have thoughts about this year.
Yeah,
I mean, especially
please.
this year,
Yeah.
because we have a trade truce with China. Trump and Xi negotiated a truce that kind of brought an end, we thought, to the Nexperia drama on those diodes and such. But the problem is it was a 1-year truce when we continue to see reports about export restrictions out of China. So I think we're going to continue to see challenges there. They're supposed to meet in the spring, Trump and Xi, and maybe they'll have a grand bargain of some sort, or we'll see, or maybe somebody gets offended by something and it goes south. But to your point, we have a deal with Europe and the UK, and then we threaten new tariffs and then back them off, threaten new tariffs against Canada, back them off, threaten new tariffs against Korea and back them off. You don't see the markets moving that much because they assume the taco thing, but just having those whipsaw, having those threats continue to come really paralyzes investment.
Yes.
And we've had announcements of investments, more announcements than investments. You never feel like you're on solid ground and you have enough clarity to really go forward. I mean, there are investments being made. I'm not trying to say it's dishonest or anything, but the plans that are announced are all sort of contingent and they roll out over time, and we'll see what actually comes of them all. There have been some wins, but we know there's not been great job creation, even though GDP's been strong and manufacturing jobs are down. Maybe these are hiccups, but adding tariffs and adding chaos neither of those are good for manufacturing. Manufacturing likes stability.
Yeah. It's the uncertainty, the level of uncertainty. So you're right. It impacts investment. My biggest concern, though, is trust with our global partners, and we've got USMCA coming up.
I was just going to say, especially because they're with our closest partners.
Yeah.
And it's been so important to the industry over these decades to have, as some call it, Fortress North America, and the combination of skills and resources that Canada, the U.S., and Mexico bring. And I've heard Paul Thomas has said he thinks that Trump is more likely to do 2 bilateral deals rather than a trilateral deal. Trump has then said himself he's thinking about that, so we'll see. I do think it would be a real negative for the industry if they have to have 2 separate deals. They'll figure it out. Of course, they always do. The purchasing departments always figure stuff out, but it will be more expensive and less efficient.